Question 5 is asking us, which of the following is the correct sequence of steps for hand washing? So let's look at the first choice. It's saying that we should wet hands, apply soap, rinse thoroughly, and then dry with a paper towel. This sounds correct. It's important to note here they're stating to wet your hands before applying the soap, which actually is correct practice because washing your hands to wet it first and then applying the soap helps to lather the soap to properly clean your hands. So this sounds like a good choice, but we need to look at the other choices too. So we'll just keep it here. We won't eliminate it. Option B says dry hands, apply soap, rinse thoroughly, and then use hand sanitizer. This doesn't sound entirely right because it sounds kind of like the options are messed up. You wouldn't really dry your hands before applying the soap. And as we said in option A, we want to wet our hands before applying the soap to properly lather the soap. So we could eliminate choice B. Choice C says wet your hands, then use hand sanitizer, apply the soap, and then rinse thoroughly. Well, in this case, we wouldn't need to use hand sanitizer if we're going to be applying soap. Soap actually is the more efficient way of cleaning your hands properly than using hand sanitizer. And there are some instances where you need to use proper soap and water as opposed to hand sanitizer. So in this case, we could eliminate option C. And then choice D says wet your hands, apply soap, rinse thoroughly, and then use hand sanitizer. Well, so far it sounds okay because you're wetting your hands and then you're applying the soap, you're rinsing thoroughly. This sounds like what we were discussing you would need to do, but the proper step after that would be to thoroughly dry your hands, not to put on hand sanitizer. So we can eliminate choice D. So now let's go back to option A that we are keeping handy. It says to wet your hands, apply the soap, rinse thoroughly, and then dry with a paper towel. And yeah, that sounds correct. So we'll go with option A.